you saw the title of this video and said to yourself, what the hell is the quarter test? Well, in order for me to explain it, let me take you back. See, every Gen Xer remembers walking into the arcade as a kid with a roll of quarters, staring at a room full of games. Remember, guys, how it sounded? Every single game bleeping and talking at you all at once? That truly was the golden era, but I digress. As you walked through the aisles, staring at each game, trying to decide what you wanted to play, you asked yourself a series of questions. Is it cool? Is it fun? Is it going to be too hard? Do I even want to play it? See, you had criteria for which games you wanted to put your quarter into. You made a decision on each game. And that, my friends, was the quarter test. And I have a grown-up version of that test as an old dad gamer now, but the criteria is a little different. So let's talk about it. Okay, here's how the quarter test works now. There's 4 conditions. Each one gets scored on a scale of 1 to 10 quarters. The highest score a game can earn is 40 quarters altogether, which is a full roll. And these aren't random. Every single one of them came from my own experiences as a 53-year-old working dad who gets maybe 2 hours a night to play if I'm lucky. 1, the game has to respect the clock. Can I start and stop when real life calls? Can I save my progress and pick back up 3 days later without losing everything? See, at my age, life doesn't pause for a game. The game has to pause for my life. 2, little to no grinding. I don't have hours to spend farming resources, solving complicated puzzles, or grinding through repetitive tasks just to unlock the fun part of the game. Every session has to matter immediately. 3, no PvP. I can't be pitted against players who spend 12 hours a day sharpening their skills. The playing field has to be level, or the game isn't built for somebody like me. And 4, the fun test. When I shut the game down for the night, I have to feel something, thrilled, satisfied, fulfilled. If I feel frustrated or bored, the game failed the most important test of all. And then at the end, I'm going to ask myself one question. If this game was sitting in that arcade right now, would I put my whole roll of quarters into it? So there you have it, 4 conditions to score, and a roll of quarters is the perfect score. Now, let's put Arc Raiders through this test. Okay, first up, does Arc Raiders respect the clock? Now, I scored this category a 9 out of 10 quarters. For me, this is where Arc Raiders really shines the brightest for dad gamers. Raids run about 30 minutes and fit perfectly inside my gaming window. I could finish a few raids, close the game, come back 3 days later and pick up exactly where I left off with 0 penalty. Embark designed this game around the idea that players have lives outside of it, and it shows up in every single system. But I'm being honest here, Arc Raiders is not perfect in this category. See, once I'm inside of a raid, I can't pause the game. If my wife needs me, or if one of the kids calls, if something happens, the raid keeps going whether I'm there or not. I either have to hide my raider and hope I don't get found, or surrender the raid altogether. So for me, that's going to cost it a quarter. 2, little to no grinding. Arc Raiders, it isn't a heavy grind game by any stretch, but it's not completely grind-free either. And I have to be honest about that. First, the central theme of Arc Raiders is looting. You go to the surface, you scavenge supplies, you bring them back to Speranza. That loop is the game, and I'm fine with that. But sometimes when I'm looking for a specific item, like let's say a spring, the looting feels more like a chore than an adventure. Also, before every raid, I have to build my loadout. That means visiting traders to buy supplies I might need, crafting items I don't have, assembling everything before I even go to the surface. For a dad with a couple of hours, that pre-raid process eats into my time. So for me, 2 quarters off. Arc Raiders earns an 8 out of 10 here. 3, no PvP. And for me, this is where Arc Raiders takes its biggest hit. I'm not here to bash PvP players. I know it's part of the experience, but I have to be honest about what PvP means for someone like me. I spend my limited time looting the surface. I survive the arc in the process. I craft and upgrade my items. I build a loadout that I'm proud of. And then someone camps at an extraction point and takes everything I have in 10 seconds. That's not just losing a raid, that's losing my entire evening. Every minute of my limited game time, gone. For a dad gamer, that's not just frustrating, that's a reason to close the game and not come back. Arc Raiders earns a 4 out of 10 here, and honestly, the only reason it's not lower is because the aggression-based matchmaking helps, and because PvE is still the heart of this game, even if PvP is part of it. Finally, the fun test, and this one is simple. Arc Raiders is going to earn a 10 out of 10 from me. Even with the threat of PvP hanging over every raid, this game is amazingly fun. The moments where you meet other raiders on the surface and choose whether to trust them or not, that's gold. Fighting the Ark is genuinely thrilling. The game is visually stunning in ways that still catch me off guard even after months of playing it. And getting caught in a seemingly no-win situation with Zoe and working our way out of it together, that's the kind of moment I'll remember for a long time. And that right there is the thing. Arc Raiders creates memorable moments. That's the highest compliment I can give any game. Not that it runs well or looks pretty, but that when I close it down for the night, I'm already thinking about the next time I get to play. When I shut this game down, I feel fulfilled every time. So 10 out of 10 for me, no hesitation. So how did Arc Raiders perform in the quarter test? A very respectable 31 out of 40 quarters. That right there is a damn good game worth checking out. But the final question still looms. If this game was at the arcade, would I sink my whole roll of quarters into it? I absolutely would. The amount of fun that I have, the memories it creates for me, those things far outweigh the negatives in my opinion. I would wreck this game every time I step foot into the arcade. Tell me what you think. How does Arc Raiders perform in your quarter test? Let me know in the comments. Now, if you like this type of content, please hit subscribe. And if you want more than what YouTube gets, like scripts before I film them, exclusive content, and access to me once a month, please consider becoming a founding member on my Patreon. The link is in the description. I'll see you topside.